Welcome to the Flavor of South Florida, a weekly show reviewing South Florida's best Black-owned restaurants, detailing their culinary delights and special libations. Now introducing our host, the dynamic and award-winning Chef Irie.
In Tamarac. And this is a brand new establishment, and I'm here to let you know all about the flavors of Cork and Barrel. And I'm sitting here with the owners of Cork and Barrel. Next to me, the lovely Adrian, Mr. Santis, and Mr. Quentin, otherwise known as Q. Yes. You wouldn't have to be a Q dog, would you? How perfect is that? I mean, I'm not a cute day. Don't flex the sign, you know. You might get yo, but it's all good. But this is a show where we're going to tell you about the lovely flavors of this brand new restaurant, and hopefully that you come out and you support this restaurant because survivability of restaurants these days. We talked about that before. All right, and of course we are here drinking smooth vino. And part of our conversation earlier, centers around why this restaurant is. And I'm going to let Miss Adrian tell you why this restaurant is and what it's centered around.
So we chose to center the restaurant around wine, especially being a minority-owned restaurant. We want to enhance the palate of the amazing people that we come from.
Right.
By letting them know that there are much more other wines than Moscato.
Wow. Awesome. So that is what the restaurant is centered around. So my next question, it seems like a loaded question. And I'm going to ask you, people talk about restaurants. Yeah, I know how to cook. I want to open that restaurant. So all of you guys are investors and owners in this establishment. Why did you want to invest in a restaurant? Mr. Sandwich, tell me, why did you want to invest in a restaurant?
Food is my passion, man.
Yeah.
100%. Food is my passion. You can always start a good conversation around food.
Yes.
The industry is never going to die. A restaurant might die, but the food is never going to die. People have to eat. And coming out of the pandemic, people are out now a lot more than they used to. So I felt like this was the time to open up a restaurant. And I'm really excited about what we present to the people.
Okay. Awesome. So, Mr. Q, what's your involvement? Why did you want to be a part of this?
Well, me and Santis go back about 12 years now. We went to FIU together, and we've always, gelled as each other progressed through our education. And so, time elapsed, and we came back, and we were in different places of our lives, and then I met him again, and I was like, this got to be fate, because there's no way after all this time. And he's like, well, hey, I got this, the situation where I'm opening a restaurant, and I'm like, well, okay, I'm all for it because I know you, and I know you from back when, and you were always a stand-up guy. Sign me up. It was like, but I had a partner of my own as well that went to school with him as well. So I brought him over, and he's more analytical, Gerard. And I told him, hey, listen, man, he got this, and this is the return on investment. He said, run it. All right, okay. So here we are, sitting here, and I was just like, we're all for it because we know the man that Santis is. We understand his passion from way back when he was throwing events when we were in college. So it just all made sense, and it's like this number just came to fruition now after being apart for years, over a decade, to that it would come back now. I'm like, it's got to be fake. So I'm like, I'm all for it.
Awesome. All right. So, okay. All right. So the first dish came out. Yes. They're going to grab me utensils, because this show, it's all about transparency. What you see is what you get. All right. But everybody, trust me. So, explain to me what we have here. Our first course. But before you do that, centered around wine, and as I was doing my research, the word tapas comes up. Yes. So, tapas and wine. they're like perfect combination.
Yes,
Yes, they are. And I know this not because I'm a chef, but my experience in Spain. That was like an amazing experience. But one of the things that I understood, my takeaway when I was in Spain, is that tapas is not just about small plates. Tapas is about an experience,
100%.
right? So when you come, you can tapas by yourself, but that's no fun. You really want to do tapas with friends, right? So you want to have, 5 of these, 6 of these, whatever it is.
Sure.
And you want to have vino. And then you want to have great conversation. That's the beauty of tapas. Trust me, if you never do it before, you have to go and try yourself some tapas. So what are we having today? As I unfold, tell me, talk to the people, talk to me.
These are our Asian bites.
Oh.
So it is lightly battered with not the traditional very heavy flour batter, but it's a cornstarch batter.
Okay.
And it is chicken breast, and then we toss it in a sweet Asian chili sauce and garnish it with hummus.
So what I like really right off the bat is I can definitely taste the Asian flavors. All right. Second thing, as I'm going to jump in the second piece, we don't really need you right here, right now. Yeah, this is good. I eat it, but hey, is that the fact that you use chicken breast is that the chicken breast is not dry. It's still juicy. And that's always a big complaint for a lot of people when you utilize chicken breast in anything. Whether it's appetizer, when you bake it roasted, fried, like, oh my God, I don't want to go to another banquet or a gala, and the chicken breast is, what they call it is gala chicken breast. I was like, there's a name for this? Yes, dry chicken breast, So, I like it. There's a secret to that. Tell me what the secret is, Mr. Simon.
Wine.
This is true. You know what? Alcohol and libation. Everything tastes better with alcohol, libation, and of course, good wine. So, what are we having today, right now, in terms of wine?
Oh God. Talk about
We're having a Sauvignon Blanc.
See? Yeah, for sure.
I said she's helping us support. She's there when I'm not there.
So what I like about this dish is that the Asian flavors are pronounced, but it's not overpowering. And you can tell that you're having chicken as opposed to mystery meat. A lot of people, mystery was like, what are we eating? I can tell, yeah, I know it's beef, but I can't tell. This, you can definitely tell. I like, as an appetizer, for maybe 1 or 2 people. Maybe you order like 2 of these, because you're going to order some more stuff, right? So, like I said, that's the beauty of tapas. You order several things, you sit, you dine, you talk, and you enjoy, and you help the business out because you're spending your money. I love this. Mm-hmm. I really do. So, where are you from?
I am originally from New Jersey. Both of my parents are Jamaican.
Yachty! She's a yachty! Oh my God! Mr. Sandy, where you from?
Man, oh man, I have no home. My mother served.
So you're just a homeless.
Yeah, my mother served 25 years in the military, and I moved every 3 years my entire life.
I can see why you say that.
He was born in.
Where is it?
I was born in Germany.
There you go.
Spaghetti Deutsch? Nine! He was left too soon before he was able to learn to speak. Yeah.
I think I left when I was about 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Mr. Q, where you from?
I'm a Broward kid, but my father's from the Bahamas.
All right. So that prefacing that, my next question. Where you guys are from, does that have any impact on what you guys have created for Cork and Barrel when it comes to food and
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Adrian, she said Jersey. I spent 5 years in Jersey, Did middle school and most of my high school years there. And one of the things they like in Jersey are burgers. So one of the biggest sellers in our restaurant is our Cork and Barrel burger. They love that burger here. So yeah, the burger here is insane. And I've always specialized in burgers and some of the things that you can do in Jersey, like the shrimp, the fish. So those are also big sellers here. But
so tell the people why the Cork and Barrel burger is insane. You gotta say we got a good burger and people love it. You gotta tell the people why the Cork and Barrel.
I haven't copyrighted it yet, but I'm going to talk about this burger.
There you go.
It is 80-20, marinated and seasoned overnight. I'm not going to tell you what's in the seasoning.
That's all right.
It comes with red lettuce, onions, tomatoes, a garlic aioli sauce, fried mozzarella, cheddar cheese, and a sunny side of egg on a brioche bun.
So listen, if you're watching right now and you're not coming down to Cork and Barrel just to have that there burger, I don't know what to tell you. But after some other food come out, you may want to come down and have that there burger. This here sampler platter with the Asian bites chicken. Does it only come in chicken? Okay, maybe they'll change it, man. Put some shrimp or some lobster.
We're not corporate. We can do whatever we want.
Exactly.
If you're willing to pay, we're willing to cook.
I love that. Come spend your money. Next week, the menu might change. Probably the menu will probably change.
Every 45 days.
Every 45 days. Look at that. I like that. Creativity, and give the people something new and different all the time.
Listen, when it comes to this restaurant, it's like Frankenstein back there.
Okay.
The chefs are in there, and this guy come one day and just throw something on the table and say, do something with it. Literally, we got a tuna steak, throws it on the table and says, make something out of it. The chefs go back there, slice it up, and literally come out with this almost Asian zucchini style plate with droplets of spicy mayo with a speck of sriracha sauce with a ladle of soy sauce.
Okay.
And that was the top of that. It just came out of there.
Boom. Just like that. See, I like that. You know what? I like that. Because, bring it all out, baby. Bring it all out. I like the fact that you are allowing your chefs to be creative like that.
100%.
I like the fact that you said we're not corporates. And one of the things that you realize, in corporate is that you have to operate within a box. Whatever those guidelines are. So oftentimes, chefs you can only be as creative as what the box tells you, right? So when you have your owner, or set of owners, that says, hey, look, be creative, and you express that and stress that. As a chef, trust me, that is, it's like the coup de grace, to have someone entrust in your capabilities and your creative ideas and to bring that forward so that you can say, okay, basically what it's going to boil down to is year or nay. Do we like it? Okay, maybe we like it, but can it sell? And can it make us money? Because basically, I'm assuming that's what you all hear. Bottom line, they're trying to make some money, right? So, and the only way that happens is that you got to come down to Cork and Barrel. And I'm going to tell you exactly why when I taste the other stuff that's coming out. All right? But I'm going to have a little bit more of the Asian bite. Mm-hmm.
You ready?
You ready for your next course?
Of course.
All right, it's there.
Santis, man, I came here starving. Ooh. Oh, yeah, right in front of the camera, girl. There you go. Mm-hmm.
So
paprika. Tell me quickly. Tell me.
So these are our C&B riblets. And honestly, there's a story behind a lot of our stuff.
I like to hear this story.
And the story behind this one, funny enough, is that everybody knew about the chicken wing shortage.
Yes.
And we weren't immune to it ourselves. So we got hit with the shortage where we couldn't find any chicken wings. And Chef Tristan, Chef T back there, literally just comes to us, straight face, and said, "Give me all the chicken thighs." And we're just like, "What are you about to do?" He's like, "You'll see." And sure enough, this concoction comes out, and I'm just like, Chef, when did we get ribs? And he's like, we didn't. We just made them. So, and here's what we come out with is our C&B riblets, which are one of our key items on our brunch menu.
Okay.
So what we do is we kind of develop a supply and demand. You try them, but then you try them on a Sunday. You come on Monday, you're like, wait, where's the riblets?
So just the very fact that you said riblets, on this show, anything goes. We're not going to be bougie.
Get them hands dirty.
You gotta get them hands in it, because riblets. We got plenty of napkins. So look at that. They look like ribs. And we got. Nice and hot. I like the char. I like the fact that you use chicken thighs.
Juicy on top.
I like that glaze that's on it because it gives. So there's a whole thing that's working in unison. This whole layering effect, from glaze down, glaze to the char, to the meat, to the seasoning. I think when you come to brunch, you should have several of these. And I think I just saw on the marquee that they have mimosas, $20 mimosas, all you can. Is that still true? Bottomless mimosas. So can you imagine several plates of these, some Asian bites.
We do a special drink every Sunday.
Yep. Special drink every Sunday. That's your idea. Obviously, it's her idea. So what was last Sunday's special drink? Do you remember?
We had a tequila sunrise mimosa.
Tequila sunrise mimosa. But last week was also your.
That was our grand opening on Saturday.
And
Mother's Day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything goes on the show. Napkin, thank you very much, sir. So, in the grand scheme of things, food related, so let's have our grand opening on Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
On Saturday? And
We wouldn't be able to have
I was about to say.
My mother was here.
If my mother was here, I won't embarrass myself like that.
It was a day.
It was a day.
But it was quite a weekend.
But it was, Mother's Day weekend and grand opening.
So when you guys started, you did not have a full menu.
No.
Well, I mean, you had it planned, but you didn't start out with a full, But you guys also do breakfast.
Yeah. So I had to give a lot of props to my dad and told me to take my time. And my dad, and he's pretty much mentored all of us here. They didn't meet my dad until we started this project, but when they got to meet my dad, they're like, "Oh, that's Pops." So he said, "Take your time. Start with the cuisine. Make sure you have the staff ready to go." So we started with breakfast. We thought to ourselves, "You can't mess up breakfast," but to be honest, we messed up breakfast. But we did breakfast, and I think it's gone over well. It worked out for the locals, and it got our name out on the street. So then we jumped into lunch, which has been really successful. A lot of people love the lunch. The burgers are on there. Our pastas are on there. We have chicken wings that have been popular. The riblets are popular. And then now we're going into our dinner menu, which is our sunset menu, where we're just literally just trying to make sure that makes sense. So from 4 to 6:30, we do the sunset menu and a lot of cool things on there. But the brunch on Sunday is our day.
Okay.
Stuffed pineapples, shrimp and grits, the riblets, the Reuben. There's so many things on that menu.
Oh, our corn
You better have a Reuben up in here in Tamarac. You better have a Reuben up in here.
But it's not a normal Reuben.
I didn't expect it to be.
My gas bill is high. Everyone take forever. Oh man, I cooked that meat for 12 hours. So I have no life waiting for meat to cook. I have to go home, come back, and it's still cooking.
Set that alarm.
Yeah, and come back. But we really put a lot of time and effort into the food. Like honestly,
Right.
when someone says to us that, "Oh, this is not good," I'm like, "No way!" Like, good Lord. But we really tried. But don't know.
We're bringing people's palates a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. This is Diner Town in Tamarac. So, and there's nothing against a good diner. There's nothing against a good diner. Coming from Jersey, there's nothing against a good diner.
And I'm there with you because when I not when I first came down here, but one of the things that I do every so often time is to visit diners. Just like when I was on the quest to find the best Chinese hole in the wall, for Chinese food here in South Florida. But it's not the same when you're in New York. The craziest hole in the wall in New York. It's the best. And if my niece was watching the show, she would confirm when I go to New York and she picks me up. The first question is, where you want to go? I said, where do you go? Mm-hmm. Take me there. And we go, and it's always the best stuff. But yes, diners. This is Tamarac. I know this because I didn't live here, but I used to frequent this area, a lot. So I know exactly what it means to put out food that brings, the inhabitants and the demographics here to Cork and Barrow. And so as I was here earlier, I was sitting at the bar. So kudos to the lady that I was speaking to at the bar, and she was like, she had all kind of praises for what she was having. Yeah, she was like, "Oh, this is so good." Yeah. So,
so we did you a favor and made the Cork and Barrel burger.
I got it. I'm not gonna drop this sucker MC. Look at there. All right, come on over here. All right. Yippee-ki-yay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do myself justice because I'm gonna put a little salt, and it's right there on the table.
No, you need a little bit of pepper on there.
What kind of pepper? Black pepper or some other kind of pepper? Salt and pepper, right? But so because the yachty in me, Jamaican in me, we'll put pepper on everything. But if I had it at my disposal, I would have chopped up some Scotch bonnet pepper on top of this right here. So, all right, a little pepper. No, we need some more though. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay.
You're gonna need some napkins because when I explain this, it's a manwich.
And is this ketchup or is this a special sauce?
That's ketchup.
Yes. All right.
Our fries are cut fresh.
All right. So, you made me happy. Right off the bat, is that you don't have shredded lettuce on your burger. I'm just saying, bro. That's disrespect to the burger. That's a nice fresh slice of tomato. Love that. And this crispy bacon. And enough said.
It's a lot of onions, so you might want to.
Well, yeah, okay. We might. I think for me, that's not necessary. But here's what we're gonna do. I gotta put one on there because that's how it comes.
Just one.
All right, good. Just one slice.
Yes.
Right. All right, boom.
So the thing about it, how engulfed it is, you don't even see the mozzarella. But it's in there.
Hold.
I told you, go.
No.
You gotta take it. You gotta take it.
Take it to the head.
Go up. Look at that drip.
I'm so jelly.
Burger's so good it make you want to slap your mama.
Hold on.
Not a bite.
You deserve it, chef. Yes, you do.
There it is.
You want to treat yourself.
Just let it sit. There it is. One of many napkins.
This interview is over. No. Yeah. Righteous because even with all of that, I get the burger, the patty itself, it's seasoned. And that's for someone who loves burgers and hot dogs. But I'm always I'm always at a crossroad. I'm a little bit perplexed as to why people do not season patty. I don't understand that. But I can tell that you guys did. And I can tell that this bacon, perfect medium for me.
I'm glad to hear you're a medium guy.
Yeah, me too.
It's juicy. This burger is dangerous. This is the Cork and Barrel burger. Chicken. I feel like Nino. Am I my brother's keeper? In New Jack City. Am I my brother's keeper? Hell no. No. He can do what he wants. Right now, today, we're doing the C&B burger. And it's very good. What's it? You gotta have some fries. Right? And the ketchup.
You don't need sauce.
There's no.
We see every time you find us chopping on them at there.
So with all of that created, you can either dip your fries in the ketchup, or you can dip your fries in some egg yolk, or you can just have a fry. Yeah, I like this burger. No, I actually love this burger because it's righteous. Yeah, I love this burger. Tasty, juicy, flavorful. Everything that I think a burger needs to be, it is. So
honestly, I find myself when I go and I have a lunch
sorry.
I find myself always comparing.
Really comparing, yeah.
I want to be rated as one of the best burgers in Broward.
See now, for me, I would put some riblets. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Chef, you're trying to overload it, man.
Look at it. So, when the people come, you are open what time and you close at what time?
We're here from 9:30 in the morning till 6:30 p.m.
Okay, we're gonna have a break. Keep talking.
So we do breakfast from 9:30 to noon,
Mm-hmm.
lunch from noon to 4, and then our sunset menu from 4 to 6:30.
Okay. Yeah.
We're not corporate.
And I totally understand. And it is the perfect way to go. It is the perfect way to go because you really need to take your time. And one of the things that a lot of people misunderstand when it comes to food and opening restaurants is that sometimes the process is rushed because you think that you have to get in, you gotta make this money, you got, and then you're sacrificing a lot of things that are important to people that come to the restaurant. Because ultimately, if no one comes through the door, the restaurant closes.
Yeah.
Right? So, quality in food, quality in service, quality in customer service, all those things matter, and you need time to work these things out. You need not only that, but you need time for your staff to make sure that they understand everything that needs to get done and that they're right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one thing we try to get across to let people know is that it's made to order. You want you to understand. It's made to order.
What do you mean? There's no riblets sitting in a hot box over there somewhere?
Yeah, we don't even own a hot box.
Mm.
No. Your food is cooked to order.
Yeah.
So when you come in here and you order something, fried chicken,
Mm-hmm.
it's cooked. Yeah, it's gonna take some time.
Take about 16 to 18
Yeah.
minutes to cook some
But that's a
chicken.
part of the experience. And now you have the wine, you have the conversation. You can catch you and I here pretty much 7 days a week. We open and close this restaurant every day. You can see Adrienne here every weekend, and she's either serving or having a bar. She's walking around. We're just trying to make sure we have a good experience. I think we're working with our staff, and we make sure that they touch tables and they talk to customers. We laugh, we joke. On Sundays we sing. We have R&B brunch on Sundays. So it's funny because a lot of the guys that work here or home here are men. We sing.
Like
Congregation.
But the music is playing. But we do a brunch on
I
Sundays.
mean, it's R&B.
Ah.
We sing along.
Like-
Okay, that's what we mean. We sing along.
Yeah, we like Drew Hill.
Mhm.
Drew Hill.
Mhm.
Like 112.
Okay.
You already know.
We let the congregation sing. You know?
Let God say amen.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We got another one coming for you.
They got another one. So as she comes, come on with it, girlfriend. Come on with it.
I hate to steal it away.
I need to take this.
Damn.
We need that, sir. We're gonna need this.
We're gonna need this? Okay.
We need that, sir.
Okay. All right. Hey, the pasta is here. Mm.
So you see right there, that's our shrimp scampi, and you can find that on, of course, our lunch menu. If you
And our
can't,
sunset menu.
And our
sunset
And
menu.
the sunset thing?
Yes.
Listen, man.
The sauce is made with.
Yeah?
Wine.
With the wine. So I stuck my nose in the bowl, and if you're offering shrimp scampi or any kind of scampi, and you can't smell garlic up in here, look here, man. Maybe your scampi ain't right. This smells right. Here we go. All right. Come on up in here, Petite. Come on, baby. Yeah. All right.
Tap.
Little chap.
The tap.
Mm.
Now.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's get that shrimp too.
You sound like Jordan.
Right. Hit that, right? Hit that.
We do everything with
Let-
the tail.
And you don't get no small shrimps.
All right. I feel like a Jamaican right now eating a patty. Hopper.
One thing about our shrimp scampi that people will say
Mhm.
is you can taste all of the flavors. You can
Mm.
taste the wine, you can taste the garlic, you can taste the season of parmesan.
Mm-hmm. So, I love all the flavors. The only thing that's missing for me really is just a little bit more of the scampi sauce. Like I want more of the scampi sauce.
You like the shrimp?
No, I don't want it swimming. Just a little bit more. So when I, boom with this pasta, and I go like that,
You want it to come off.
Mm-hmm. So I literally can taste the wine in the pasta, which is kind of weird, and the sauce. And the sauce, the garlickiness of the sauce, the damn shrimps. The shrimp, I think, has everything that the dish is asking it to be. Ain't no overcooked shrimp right here. You don't want rubbery shrimp. Suck the tail. But of course, I know some of you go out. Sorry. You're all very bougie. And, yeah, it's all right. But of course, I'm not telling you to go out and eat like, this is very good. No, I'm sorry. So as you get them, this is, very unusual, restaurant review show. But I want you guys to come out to Cork and Barrel. So what I've eaten so far has been delicious. 10052 West McNab over here in Tamarac. Just west of, what's that, Nabil?
Yeah.
Just west of Nabil on McNab in this great plaza. And I asked you earlier, so tell me what was here before and why did you decide that this was going to be the location for Cork and Barrel?
So here before was Tamarac Cafe Diner. It had been open for anywhere from 20 to 25 years. We've heard every story that you can hear about this place from the different ownership that was here. I know we had an owner that everybody loved. At the Tamarac Cafe Diner, he passed away in a tragic car accident.
Oh, wow.
So we've heard all the stories. We talked to a lot of the locals. Now, Adrian and I was on the quest looking for different restaurants. We had Miramar,
We went all the way to
Pines.
Los Olas.
We went to Los Olas. We were everywhere, just driving around, meeting up on our days off, going to Sis Trump, just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad lives in Weston, and I love my father. He's my best friend, but he's not my friend. He will tell you that all day. He's like, I got your back, but he's here. But so my dad says, man, there was a diner. It used to be a cash cow. I think you guys would like it. I played golf in the area.
Okay.
So follow me. So I get in my truck, Adrian gets in her truck, and we start driving on 75. I realized we passed Weston. I'm like, where's he taking us? So then we go on the 826 Sawgrass or 869 Sawgrass, and I'm like, yo, this is like really far. Because I live in Miramar, she's in Miramar, so I'm like, okay, where we going, Dad? And then we pull up to this plaza. It's an older plaza, and I was like, what is this? When we walk in, every table, chair, booth, all the kitchen appliances and stuff were here. So for us, it gave us a low startup cost, which was great.
Right.
There's still some other things that happened, but we still had a low startup cost. I'm gonna talk about that in just a second, because you talked about some of the things that inspire us. You know, when you get off the cruise ship, when you go to Jamaica or the Bahamas, you get a stuffed pineapple. So I brought it to Tamarac.
Okay. Enough about why you closed the restaurant. We need to talk about this stuffed pineapple right here.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna need more silverware.
Right, thank you.
So the stuffed pineapple is only served during brunch on Sundays, and you can get it with chicken, you can get it with steak, you can get it with shrimp. And we just added lobster tail. So you are actually the first person to eat it with lobster. I'm the first person to eat it with lobster, people. Yes, yes. This looks delicious. So you'll get some money when we get done. Hey, but no. All right. Stuffed pineapple, fried rice.
Awesome. Fried rice.
Sriracha.
Pineapple
aioli. So we take the pineapple that's inside the in there, hollow it out, blend it all down with some other ingredients. I'm gonna tell you that because I want y'all to steal my stuff. We take some of the lobster tail, chop it up, and put it inside the rice, and then you actually give your lobster tail on skewers, and then it's all up from there.
All right. So I'm pleased to hear you say that you utilize the pineapple that was poured out and put that back into
cross utilization.
Right, I saw it. So nothing goes to waste.
No.
And because I see some people doing other stuff, and they have poured out pineapple, but I'm like, what happened to the rest of the pineapple? Well, how much one pineapple costs?
Now we go to the bar.
Yeah. Drinks everywhere.
So what goes really well with lobster is white wine. Remember, we center everything around wine. And we also chop up some of the pineapple and put it in the rice.
Okay.
And that's like your mama rice. That's coconut milk rice. There ain't no water.
I feel like somebody took me like on a short. Yeah, man, I'm tasting kick somewhere.
Oh, that's sriracha.
And a light Polynesian stroll.
On Sunday, those things sell like crazy.
Sometimes you almost
Oh, yeah.
So on Sundays is when we have the stuffed pineapple.
Yep.
So first come, first serve.
Tell them.
Okay. They are limited, so we only do as many as we can get our pineapples. So we have 10 pineapples.
You better come early. You better come early.
But you won't regret it.
And when is brunch? And what time is brunch?
Brunch is on Sundays from 10:30 to 4.
Okay. Wow, that's a nice
We have
long
a
brunch.
DJ, and it's all R&B. So
So
like
it sounds
your
like
112, your Jagged Edges, your Case, your Casey, your JoJo, your Drew Hill, all that. We're playing that all
Oh, we
day.
play the Isley Brothers too.
Isley Brothers of the Van
I love
Awesome.
that. You gotta let us play the whole New Jack City album, right?
We try to set the tone with the R&B. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love hip hop like anybody else, but R&B just sets a different vibe and it makes it real comfortable.
And wine goes good with R&B.
100%.
I love that. I love it. Look at it. Don't judge me.
You deserve this.
Don't judge me.
No, you deserve this.
You got 19 shows a week. You deserve every bite. I can smell how good that tastes.
It is. And you know why I'm enjoying this lobster tail? Because it doesn't taste like rubber. It is. Freshness of it, and that little extra char at the end, really sets it over the top. This fried rice, and some more lobster in the fried rice. So how much this go for?
$27.
But
I'm sorry, $27.99.
Right. So one of the things that I noticed is that, especially on your sunset, but one of the things I noticed is that the prices are more than favorable. Okay, they're not over the top. They're not trying to kill you. They want for you to come in here and enjoy.
I mean, the
Just delectable goodness.
I mean, the work has been put in
Mm-hmm.
to really. I mean, I've seen this man go and literally dig in and really find the price points that work. Find the partnerships we need to be able to get the ingredients we need to be able to do these prices. People look at us crazy. Like some of our patrons come in and they're like, "Well, how are you able to do this with these prices?" People look at our eggs Benedict like, "Yo, you able to pay? You able to give it for this price?"
So I'm going to help people understand it.
Don't talk to me. Tell them.
I'm going to help you understand it.
Tell them.
So every morning, Q and I get up along with one of the chefs or two, and we crack every single egg. There's no liquid eggs, none of that.
None.
We literally fill up containers with eggs,
Whisk.
and then we whisk or whip the eggs to give it some air.
Mm-hmm.
So when you ask for an omelet, it's 2 eggs, but it looks like 4.
Mm-hmm.
And you get that fluffy goodness, but that also saves on cost.
Mm-hmm.
Because the 3 of us, or anyone else that works here that's a part of this restaurant, that's a part of the family, we're not working for money right now because we're in the restaurant. We're not taking a salary, so that means we can take a little bit off of our payroll. We do the work ourselves.
Right.
We work really hard to make this vision come true and to really bring something elegant to the plate. Now, we do have aspirations to do other locations and things of that nature,
Right.
but this is the pilot program. You start in Tamarac, you start small, you start in a neighborhood that you're not really used to, and then you go from there. The same thing with the pineapples. It's a lot of fun. Eggs Benedict is another thing. Everybody's like, you should charge $20 for Eggs Benedict. No, we make the sauce from scratch. We don't buy it in a bag. We literally make it when you order it.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a lot of time to do some of these things, but you save money on the back end. You're not spending tons of money on buying back products. We're not some of these large chains that are just getting your food out to you in 7 minutes because that stuff comes in a box.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're pre-making
They're
it.
pre-made.
That's why once
You
again,
don't pre-make nothing here.
none. And once again, made to order.
Made to order.
Made
We
to order.
should pan our bacon in the morning when we walk in the door.
Right?
So what else we got coming out?
Oh,
I'm just saying, we got dessert, you know. I mean, we got to so this is a restaurant with dessert. I just want the people to know. I don't want the people to know.
Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun.
I just want the people to know.
no, we have we do have a couple desserts. We took our time on the desserts
Mm.
because our menu changes.
So is that because you got a sweet tooth, or you just tell them you just not
No,
them?
uh,
Oh, that's you.
Him.
Oh, okay.
That's cute.
I got the sweet.
Oh, see, I'm just over here assuming.
But I really do like something sweet after I eat.
Okay.
And when you try to pair desserts with so many different fusions of food, so our cuisine is more like American fusion. So you got the burger, then you have macaroni and cheese, but it's got pulled pork on top. So we try to make sure that we touch every single place, island. We have, this is Caribbean, but it's fried rice, you know? So we want to make sure everybody touches, gets to experience where they're from a little bit in our food. So we're trying to find desserts
Okay.
that would work well with all the fusion style food
Okay.
that we have.
And one of the biggest fusions that we have is going to be our oxtail empanadas that we're doing for our tapas menu. And that's real slow cooked oxtail inside of a flaky empanada with real expensive mozzarella cheese.
So I don't know where you all got to drive from, but wherever you drive from, please come to enjoy. No, please come to sit, hang out, and enjoy. Because this is not going to be, your 30-minute. No. Even if it's not brunch. And I must say, I think you will enjoy Cork and Barrel. Yes, I really do. And I think you guys are putting something out that is going to be appreciated, I think, by the masses. Because this is something that's needed. Fresh, quality, prepared food. People are looking for that, hungering for that, and as progress and menus change and get elevated and all that good stuff. You guys need to come out and experience Cork and Barrel. You really do. 10052 West McNab Rd in Tamarac. Yes. So the dessert and all, is that good? We ain't on the show all night now.
Yes. I think I love the fact that with us being here, just to give you a little more background on our place, that the locals have been great.
Awesome.
The locals have been here since we were renovating this place, putting it together, clamoring for oh my gosh, what are you guys doing here? What are you bringing here? I remember when there was a Tamarac diner.
Mm-hmm.
So it's they appreciate the fact that we didn't really facelift completely just desecrate what used to be here. But we just put a facelift to it where they're oh my gosh, I remember that section, I remember this part of it, but it looks totally nicer. And so they've been really, Kings Point community has been big. The city's been big.
Kings Point, where they have the buses and
that bus comes every hour on the hour. But I mean, honestly, I could not thank the city of Tamarac. Our mayor, our vice mayor, they have been amazing.
Right.
The support that they show us. Michelle J. Gomez comes in here and she's like your friend. And Mike Lennon, the vice mayor, has been amazing. We have Julie Fishman. I have to give her a shout out. She was here on our grand opening. Julie, thank you so much. Julie
worked harder than
commissioner.
There you go, Julie.
Julie came in here and outworked all of us. And she doesn't work here.
She was putting too.
She's been a friend.
Yeah.
She's been a friend, and I thank her so much for coming in here. And there's so many other people that work for the city of Tamarac, work for the city of Sunrise. I mean, we've had our Senate reps come in here. I mean, we've had some really key people come in here. What do you need? The Women's Club of King Point were here on Tuesday. Tamara Hamilton did her event here, and she's running for circuit judge seat. So we've had such great support from the city, and I really appreciate them. When we first started, we had a little issue with the permits, but a little issue. But once we reached out and joined the chamber and started to get to know some of the officials in the city, everything has been running so smooth. Peter Mason from the chamber has been a great friend, and he's been really helpful. So we're just trying to do what we can. We're going to do back to school drives. We're going to sponsor a softball team or a football team here in the city. So there's a lot of things we want to do and just try to incorporate ourselves into Tamarac and make sure that we're here to stay. I mean, at least it's for 5 years, but hopefully we can renew.
So one of the things that you got, whatever business that you're, especially in the food business, to always remember that you're just as good as the amount of support that you give and get from the people in the community. Mm-hmm. Because when nobody else is coming and people from the community are actually here, they are coming every day. Maybe not the same person every day, but the people in the community, if you're making sure that your business is catering to them, right, they're always going to support. Trust me on this. Especially for restaurants, they will always come, and especially in the times when things are slower, your people in the community are always going to be there if you take care of them. Yes. So, if you're opening a restaurant, that's one tip that you need to understand.
Build those relationships. They're important.
Build the relationships, indeed. What's that? So I noticed that it seems that you're going to be offering a wine taste sampler. Seeing as we are focusing on wine, I did see that. So where people, I'm assuming, so the idea, if I get this right, you have wine, and you can sample 3 or 4 or 5 different wines. You pay a certain price, and basically whatever you sample, whatever you like, you can purchase bottles of said wine. Yeah. Did I explain that correctly?
We have a few different options that we're bringing to the space. So we have wine dispensers. We have 2 for now, which that holds 16 different bottles.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Dave & Buster's, or have you ever been to the ATM with a card? You load it up with whatever money you want to put in, and then you can try the different wines on your own. You don't even need us.
Okay.
We can change those wines out as the bottles get empty and put different things in there. But then we will do flights. Now, I made it my business to research different places, Wisconsin, New York, and California, to try different wines from all over, the United States. But then also, I was born in Germany. I have some friends that are over there. I have a friend that's over there. His name is Sebastian. I named my son after him. He still lives in Germany, and he's doing the research now in Europe to ship stuff back over here. So yes, we're in Tamarac, and it's not a model city for wine or even like restaurants like this, but to try to become a staple in South Florida. So when people fly down, they say we got to go to Finger Licking. You know what? I want you to say we got to go to Cork and Barrel. I heard this place is amazing.
But of course.
So I want to be on the map when it comes to wine. I want to be on the map when it comes to food. And then when you walk in here, you're like, man, you were here a year ago, man. Last time I was down here, I live in Detroit. The last time I was down here, I had a blast, and I said, I brought 2 friends with me, man. I got to go to this place, Cork and Barrel. I hope they're still there.
Right.
So I really want to be a part of that. I want people to be able to walk up to us and touch us, because you go to some of the other restaurants, you can't touch no owner. We're here.
You're not. So it's basically like build it. That's our, we get hey, build it and they will come, right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, good. So yes. And is Chef joining us?
Yes.
We know it.
Come on, Chef.
Come on, Chef, man. You good?
Come on,
Come on,
with
get
it.
up in there.
Yeah, you coming right out of the end. We're going to close out with you, and we're going to have these desserts. Yeah. Yes. Let me grab this from Mr. Steven. Yes. Too bad I don't have one of those. Yes. Yeah.
I'm trying this too.
That's all right. That's all right.
So can I have the honor of introducing the chef?
Yes, please.
Because he's become a friend. So when we started this restaurant, Adrian and I pretty much built this restaurant from scratch. It was a mess, and we've done a lot to this place, from the floors to the ceiling tiles, to the bar, to the lighting. Everything, we've done everything. The bathrooms, Adrian did those, and everybody loves bathrooms. But along comes Chef Tristan, and I met him through a friend of mine, and he says, I got this guy, used to work for True Loves, he's got amazing talent, he's a really nice guy. So he walked in here, and he says, hey man, I believe in what you guys are doing, and I explained what we were trying to do. I walked around the restaurant, wasn't even done yet, and he waited on us. He has bills, he has a family, he waited on us to open so that he could bring his talents here. And that means a lot to me, because that means I said enough for him to not take his talents to someone else. He waited on us, and he's been here almost every single day, riding in the trenches with me. So I appreciate his talents. I appreciate his patience, because he has to deal with me every day. And we've become brothers in this, because I see Tristan almost every day now. We talk every day, and we always bounce ideas off each other. Hey man, I'm gonna bring lamb chops in here. What should we do with it?
Right.
Oh, we can do this. We send stuff to each other on Instagram. We talk, we text all day, and he's really become a brother. And I just met him honestly a few months ago, and I really appreciate what he's done for us and for this restaurant. It means a whole
So
lot.
what I'm struck by in the first part of what you said, which speaks volumes in our industry, is that you said, I believe in what you're doing. A lot of people in our industry are often here with whatever talent level they have. It's always about a paycheck.
Yeah, 100%.
And one of the things that I try to explain to friends, whether it's a food business or whatever business, if the people that are with you don't believe in what you're doing, they're not going to be here for a long time. Or they'll be here very shortly, because you're never going to satisfy what they want. But if you're able to build on them, because nobody sees, you can see a little bit down the line, sure, but nobody has no magic crystal ball to see everything, right? But if you can understand what is it that you're doing right here, and then build on top of that, then when you have people like Tristan that does that, then you're definitely going to reap the success of the rewards.
I mean, I got 3 people that believe in everything that I say. Adrian, even though we argue, she believes in what I say. She's been here since day one.
I am quality assurance. I'm never going to let it
So, I'll let you go first. Even though I can.
already. that, chef. I don't even know.
Pineapple mousse. I mean, peanut butter mousse, right? Go ahead and explain it to me, please, because I'm waiting.
So go ahead, let's chef and then you pop it
Talk to me, homie.
Okay, so what I have here is a peanut butter mousse with Reese's peanut butter cups. I put a little bit more peanut butter mousse. So put cream on top and then finish up with Reese's Pieces.
Mine. Not for you. Okay, so let's get up. So
Another thing made from scratch is that the cream is not in a bag or in a jar or anything like that.
Of course not. Look at that.
Hope you got some more. That
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Dairy Queen.
Well, so when you're in culinary school, when you're making whipped cream, so one of the tests is to find out if you have a whipped cream, and there's another sauce too, but the whipped cream for sure. So if your whipped cream is able to stay on a spoon, in the bowl over your head, and not
Hard.
your egg whites as well. There you go. Thank you for the reminder.
And then also use the back of the spoon with the sauce.
Yep. So, at the back of the spoon, when you make your sauces for your, whatever it is, and you're able to run the line down the back of the spoon. So if the sauce comes back together after you've done that, it's a loose sauce. So it's either it's not ready or that's what you want. Mm-hmm. But if the sauce stays separated, that's strong sauce. So it's going to sit on the plate. That beef is going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you know that all that 36 hours or whatever it is that you put into it is ready. And so.
No, it's all yours now. I've already cheated my diet.
I ain't got no diet. I should be. But this is I ain't got nothing else to share. It's good. It's delicious. I'm not even a big dessert fan. Hold on, we got another dessert. Hold on. We got another dessert. Hold on. And what do we got here?
That is stuffed cheesecake.
Okay, what? Okay, stuffed. He said stuffed. I was about to ask him what. It's like, dude, he said stuffed. All right. Boom. Come on, fight your fault, girl. Come on. Come on, homie. From Jersey. Come on, girl. Go on it. Yeah.
It's something in the inside.
Yeah, buddy. Make a mess of this sucker MC.
So with the cheesecake, I wanted to do something different. Stuff it. I was doing a stuffed cheesecake. So I stuffed it with fresh passion fruit. I made jelly out of it. I made a jello out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh passion fruits, and then I like the way it looked on the plate, like a little peach pie. So I go ahead and make a little island right there.
Oh, wow. That cheesecake is great.
That's something I dreamt about it 2 nights ago, and I just made it.
So Jesus sent it, though. He just wants you to know.
He just sent this cheesecake.
We played Kirk Franklin and Donnie.
He dreamt about it and brought
Silver
it
and
to
the gold.
Freshness. So cheesecake. You don't know nothing about cheesecake. Not all cheesecake created equal. Mm-hmm. Different. Have different. So one of the things that I like about it is that it needs to be creamy. Doesn't need to be overly firm, and it shouldn't be overly sweet. And the crust needs to be nice and not too flaky where it pops off. Mm-hmm. But when you put it and you sit that fork in, and you can
Pretty much my crust is banging. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. And then there's this jelly thing right here.
See, look, the passion fruit, it looks like the beach, the sand on the beach, and add a little bit more.
You don't need no. 10052 West McNab in Tamarac. They're open for breakfast, for lunch, and now, don't tell me, sunset dinners, yes. And you're also going to be full menu, and so you'll close the restaurant later, I would imagine.
Yes.
Brunch, 10:30 to 4 on Sundays.
R&B music.
R&B music.
Yep.
I think this dessert is going to be here. This might be here too.
This dessert, this specific one, not gonna be here.
That's
No,
You're not gonna eat it
this will be here.
for sure.
Limited.
Sunday.
So if you don't come early
First come, first serve.
or call and say, yo, chef, could you just
I
put one to the side? You know what I'm saying? But, we know how this thing works. Because if there's somebody out there, yo, chef, I got an extra 20 bowls, but I need that last pineapple. I don't know what to tell you. So,
I can't say.
Miss Adrian? Mr. Q,
Yes.
Mr. Tristan, yes, and Mr. Santos, yes. This has been a pleasure. Thank you guys for having us here at Cork and Barrel, your newly minted Cork and Barrel. I wish you much success in the food, the business. We all know how you know, my brother. This is not a business for the faint of heart, and it's not a business that allows, success right down the line. So if you guys are able to do all the right things and everybody comes in and do their part, much success. So on behalf of MIA Legacy, thank you for having me, Chef Irie. I am Chef Irie, and this has been yet another episode of Flavor of South Florida. Thank you for watching. Like I said, tune in to the rest of the shows all week, Monday to Friday. You know what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Did I just say that?
Yes.
Tune in next week and have a blast. This has been a blast. And please come on down and support this newly opened Black-owned restaurant. Peace out. Everybody, check it out there, man. All right. And make sure you have yourself.